Okay, I'm recording. Wow, this is weird. Hey, you guys. So if you guys probably haven't noticed, I sort of kind of disappeared for a little while there, and I am here to give you guys a life update and tell you what's been going on and why I have not posted in a really long time. First off, I would like to point out that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think this video just came at the right time because that is something I have been struggling with the past couple of months. But before I get into that, I really want to back up and rewind all the way back until October of 2021 to get my little disappearance of, story started for you guys. So let's start in the beginning. Chapter 1. Taylor's engaged. She's supposed to get married in October of 2020. A lot of you guys know that I had to postpone my wedding due to COVID to October of 2021. Yes, Joe and I did officially get married, and it was a wonderful day. I have tons of footage and photos I'd love to shove in here right now to show you guys because it is a day that I'll never forget, and it's something Joe and I have waited for 12 years. So finally, I am a Mrs. A wife. A Mrs.? It is a Mrs. Mrs. I really seriously could not have had a more perfect wedding day. It was raining literally all week up until my day where it cleared up. The skies were absolutely gorgeous. The place we got married at was just wonderful, spectacular. They were so helpful and everything went so smoothly. The only thing that sort of went wrong was I almost deleted my wedding vows. So close, You say it's like a little tiny thing that almost happened, but that would have been pretty big, but it didn't and it went smoothly. Oh, and I did forget socks, but I figured that out and someone brought me some socks, so we were good. So like I said, it was a beautiful day. I couldn't have asked for anything more spectacular except for one thing that was missing. And if you've seen a recent video of mine, our beloved daughter, Panzer, my German Shepherd baby girl, passed away earlier in that year. So she was not there, but something had recently arrived that I want to share with you guys that is sort of kind of a really recent update in my life, but it sort of fits in right now in the story. And we took her fur and we turned it into diamonds. The company we went through is called Everdeer Company. They are amazing. They were so helpful. They understood exactly what we wanted. And it's something that Joe and I both will treasure for the rest of our lives. And I'm actually getting it added to my engagement ring. And I'm really excited to share this with you guys. And hopefully I don't start crying because anytime I look at it, it's just like such a good, positive vibes in memory that I will always have with me now in a physical form since she is no longer physically with me. And so it comes in a beautiful box. It comes with a little tiny bag, and then let me just flip it around and show. So that's how they present it. So we got a yellow diamond because it reminded us of the fur, and it's something just really special. So the only thing that could have made my wedding day better would have been if she physically could have been there with me, but I know spiritually and everything else she was watching over us, and I think that's why the sun came out and it was such a wonderful bright day that day. If you ever lose a loved one, a special person in your life, special animal, I highly recommend going to this company and looking at their options and seeing what they can do for you, because this I'll treasure for the rest of my life, and so will Joe. So sort of kind of like chapter 2 we move into. The wedding, we were completely done. We came back to LA. We're getting back settled into our groove, into our rhythm and everything. And I actually ended up getting really sick. And I thought it was the flu, which now I know it was not. But in my defense, all of my symptoms were a temperature, I had chills, I was getting sick, and I was just tired, and it wasn't COVID. We made sure it wasn't that, but I just figured I had the flu. But it got to the point where I felt so bad that we had to rush me to the emergency room, and I ended up having a double kidney infection. My pain tolerance is pretty high, I guess if you can't tell. I don't know. I can laugh about it now, but in the moment it was very, very uncomfortable, painful, not feeling good. I was hospitalized for 3 nights, almost 4 full days. I had to get antibiotics, and it was pretty serious to the point where my doctor yelled at me quite a bit because the worst case scenario in that situation would have been that I would have became septic and could have died. And, you know, looking back, I should have gone to the hospital earlier, but I just have such that high pain tolerance, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it is. So this is reminder number 1, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month, that go to the doctor when you think you need to go to the doctor. Do not put it off. Anyone, please. I'm begging you guys, because you never know how serious something is until it happens. So, yeah, I am good now. Everything is good, but that was a very scary moment in my life. I will say the doctors and the nurses did joke a little bit, because this happened a week after Joe and I got married, that the whole sickness and health thing really kicked in there really quickly. So Joe and I've got that down at least. So this next little part is like after being hospitalized, we've really seriously finally settled back in, and it took me about 4 weeks to actually feel back to my 95% self. I would say even it took me 6 weeks until I felt 100% better. So we got through the holidays. We had our first holiday as a married couple, which was really nice. We really just chilled, relaxed, and really just tried to focus on getting better, which was harder than it seems, because I'm a person and I don't like to sit and do nothing, but my body literally just wanted to take naps and drink water. Like, that's all I wanted to do. So this couch actually was my best friend. At this point, I really wanted to jump back into making YouTube videos and stuff like that, but my physical health was just not letting me. And it also was just a moment in my life that I started realizing how important it is to take care of your mental health as well. Because at this point, I don't think I've ever shared with you guys that because of COVID, I ended up being unemployed for almost 2 years. That's not a lack of trying to apply for jobs, get jobs, or anything like that. I technically got hired by 2 other companies. It was just the fact that they did not have hours to give to their employees. So I basically was not working. So it was a lot of time that I was spending during this time by myself. And Joe was still working, so he wasn't in the house. And I was never used to having a living space being so quiet, especially since we're so used to having Panzer around when she would make all the noise and make me go outside and take her on walks and stuff. So this next little chapter of my story really connects to the fact that it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I ended up getting very high anxiety around this time. I felt depressed. I didn't have any motivation to do anything in life, and it was a moment when I look back at it that I should have gotten help quicker than what I did. I actually started losing my hair because of how much stress and anxiety my body was under. I hold myself to a standard that's so high, and I've been working since the age of 15, that when you have no work and you have nothing going on and you're trying your absolute hardest to get work and nothing's coming through, it's just a place where I think a lot of us experienced this during COVID, and or knew someone who went through this, that it was a time that I just needed to get outside help. And I have never had to ask for help for my mental health before. So I have listed some links down below for help for anyone who really wants to reach out for their mental health. And this is also just a reminder, don't put off that doctor's visit, and make that doctor's visit and get that checkup in. And if something is going on mentally, mention it to your doctor, because they have helpful resources that you can get as well. And I can 100% say that I would not be at the spot where I am right now, which is better and more understanding of my person than I am right now if I did not ask for help. So that's your reminder, you guys. Also, I have to say thank you to my family and friends, because without them, I don't think I would have gotten help either. I have friends who told me to look into therapy. I had my family who backed me. Anything that I needed, they were there for me. I called my mom and my sister and my brother and my dad probably every single day, multiple times, just because I didn't want to feel alone, and they were there for me. And if you do not have a support system like that, I highly recommend reaching out to the helplines that I put down below, because there's a lot of resources that you can get to help and talk to someone. Or if you have a friend, a family member, a coworker, just talk to them, because that could be helpful too. So that sort of kind of brings us where I am right now. I have finally felt the urge to start creating again. The platform I've mostly been creating on is TikTok. I've been posting on there frequently for the past couple of weeks, because these past couple of weeks I've felt more myself than I have felt in a very long time. I would say pre-COVID days, which is really exciting for me. Not only have I felt more creative, I've been going out more. I've been going out for walks and just going out shopping and hanging out with friends and, you know, FaceTiming friends and talking to them more and more. It's just, I'm not cooped up in a little tiny room by myself every single day. And I think that is such a breakthrough moment for me. And it has helped me tremendously become more, I don't want to say normal, because what is normal nowadays, but normal. Not only have I been creating on TikTok and things like that, but I have gotten new headshots for acting, and I've hit the ground running with auditions and things like that. And that just makes me so excited as well, because that's what I'm out here to do, and that's what I want to do with my life. I also had my 6-month checkup yesterday with everything that happened back in October, and my kidneys and my liver look great. That is the 2 things that they were worried about. And my blood work came back, looks fantastic, which I'm very excited about. And then we also talked about just my therapy and everything that I've been doing for my mental health, and she really liked the road that I'm going with that as well. So everything health-wise is looking good, which feels so good to say. And it feels just so good to have right now. I also got a new survival job, and it's a wonderful environment, great people to work with, and it's getting me out of the house a lot, and I have financial income coming in from my person, which makes me happy because I'm able to contribute to Joe and I's household and everything like that, which Joe's been a God sent from above, just taking care of me and making sure that I'm less stressed than I could be in a different situation. So I love him to death. Like I do to death, yes. I know this video is really long and it's a lot of updates and it's all over the place sort of, but I just wanted to put it out there that I'm back, I'm here, I have video ideas, I'm very excited about them. I don't know about my upload schedule yet. I'm figuring it out right now, but I have a lot of things coming. Check out my TikTok if you haven't. I'm posting on there more frequently right now, and I really want to get into some YouTube shorts here shortly, which is very exciting for me. And once again, my last reminder, you know, Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a great time to take that step if you've been too scared to take it. And if you haven't yet, make that primary care doctor's appointment that you've been putting off. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so happy to be back. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Also, I've been wearing my hair curly naturally. What do you guys think? I think it looks great, and I'm very excited to have my natural curly hair going on in my life right now. Random. But I feel like that's an update that should be said.